include her mother and sister. Natasha is allowed to use her usual interpreter, a friend from Russia. Andrew Skolnick is there to help with any medical queries.
Hello. Heard a lot about you.
I would say the main ethical problem, of course, is how do you test her and be fair to her, at the same time be fair to the truth? To be fair to the truth, you want to really set up a very stringent test which eliminates all the possibilities except the paranormal one, that she really can do what she said she can do. To do that, you have to put all kinds of constraints on her and put her under stress.
Natasha is shown the medical conditions she has to identify in the subjects. There are 6 conditions. The 7th subject is healthy.
Again, that's just a good example.
Natasha has been told the conditions will be clear and unequivocal, like an artificial hip joint. However, she's unhappy with a couple of the conditions: a missing appendix and a section of esophagus cut out. She's concerned that the esophagus can be different lengths in different people. But Psychop reassure her that the section missing is substantial. With the removed appendix, Natasha claims that post-operative scars can be confusing. Natasha asks if she can revert to her normal method of looking at the whole body of each subject and saying what she sees.
We did that, I guess,
Yesterday. Yeah, we did that yesterday.
Now
You want to be fair to the truth. You want to make her feel comfortable. It's very difficult to do. We had to do a lot of negotiations with her. If you compromise too much, you no longer have a scientific test.
To be successful at the test, she has to score 5 or more correct. So if she scored these 2 wrong, it wouldn't matter. If these 5 were correct, we would still consider that a success.
It's very unusual for me to work in these conditions, and explaining that, well, of course, would be great to work in my kind of.
Yeah, if you did it my way, I would have probably guessed not 5 but 7 of them.
Маш, не забудь, пожалуйста, хорошо? Обхохочешься. Юриш, это расстройство.
Natasha is really putting herself on the line here. Unlike lots of psychics, she's actually saying, yep, come along, test me, do whatever you want, and I'll try and fit around that. So I think it's a very brave thing to do.
Success has been set at 5 or more correct diagnoses out of 7, with blind odds of 1 in 250.
All right, you can turn around now. She can turn around.
With such a result, the scientists would admit that Natasha had significant abilities. The first case that Natasha has to identify is which subject has the top third of their left lung missing.
How do you think it went? Shit.
Very bad, she thinks.
Badly.
I think no, it's not a success.
Natasha is asked to be present as the results are announced, but then refuses to appear. The scientists have set 5 out of 7 as a pass. Natasha thought patient number 1 had none of the conditions. She was right. She thought patient 2 had no appendix. Actually, she had a resected esophagus. She thought patient 3 had staples in his chest, and was correct. She thought patient 4 had a resected esophagus. Actually, he had a metal plate in his head. Patient 5, she thought had a resected lung, and was correct. She thought patient 6 had the metal plate. Actually, he had no appendix. Patient 7, she thought had the hip replacement. She was correct. Natasha has scored 4 out of 7.
4 out of 7.
The odds for this